making his second Double-A start. What has your general impression been for the first 2 starts?
Well, I mean, watch him warm up a little bit. He was a little. I think there was some anxiety, pitching against this club over here. It's his former organization, and I think he's a little erratic even in the bullpen. I think there were some jitters when he went out and took the mound. He didn't have his usual command, but he found a way to get the job done. He got us deep in the game. He used a lot of bullets, made a couple pitches to get out of a couple jams. But, it probably wasn't his best control if you asked the kid. But, again, he was very competitive and made a couple big pitches to get out, especially in traffic.
You mentioned he didn't have his best control tonight, but you're still able to go 5 innings. What was effective for him?
Well, I mean, mix. He stayed. He can add and subtract really well. So he's got pitches that kind of BP fastball, and then he can elevate and put a little more on it. So those are all good signs because a lot of guys can go east and west, but he can go north and south too as far as in the strike zone.
And after Yamamoto, you turn it over to Colt Mahoney. How much of a luxury is it for you to be able to turn over for a guy and go 3 scoreless?
Well, he just pounded the strike zone, had a great fastball tonight, and he stayed out of the heart of the plate. Lived on the corners and attacked the hitters, and that's the usual Mo. He's got. He's got a lot of courage. He goes right after the hitters, and he was very confident, got the job done tonight.
And you mentioned Mahoney going right after guys after the strike zone. It seems like a common theme for your bullpen lately.
Well, I mean, that's the name of the game. You're not going to nibble your way to the big leagues, so you got to get out there and force contact. And we're doing a good job throwing strikes, as just like D-Lee coming in at the end. He went right after the hitters.
And then on the offensive side tonight, got off to a really hot start. What kind of got the bats going so quick?
Well, Sawin got us going, right away, and we had some big at bats against a pretty tough right-hander out there to start the game. I thought, we got the count in our favor. We worked the counts well. I thought we were very competitive in the batter's box tonight.
You mentioned Isan Diaz. He got the last day off against Chattanooga, and then the first 3 games in this series swinging it really well. What's working for him in the batter's box?
Well, I mean, he's just, he's getting a good look at the baseball, and he's, he's swinging at good pitches, and he's on time. So, you start putting those things together, you can have some success, and he's really slugging the ball well.
And last thing for you, Braxton Lee, coming here for the second half of last season, a couple short stints this season. What are you looking for from him to do here this season?
Well, I mean, he's got to get his act together. He's had plenty of opportunities. He's been in the big leagues in AAA, and he's had trouble getting going. So, I mean, he's going to be here, and hopefully, he'll get his game together. But, that's the name of it, consistency, and he'll be right back where he wants to go. But right now, he's going to be here.
Randy, congrats on the win, and thanks for joining us.
Okay, thanks, Jake.